Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Anizi with What If Naruto Was Neglected and joined Rias gremory. So, let's get started. It was the night of the Ninetails attack. Kushina, Uzumaki had just given birth to 3 children. Menma, the oldest child, with a red hair, Mito, the second oldest with red hair, and Naruto, the youngest, with blonde hair and blue eyes. When suddenly, a masked man appeared. He had grabbed the heir to the namikaze clan, Menma, and aimed a kunai to his neck. "Hand over the Jinchuriki, or the kid dies," the masked man said, as Minato hesitates. Seeing Obto throw the child, Minato teleports without thinking to save Menma. While that was happening, the masked man releases the ninetails from Kushina Uzumaki. Obto then looked at the other children. "I'm sorry, but one of you will be a scapegoat and a sacrifice. But you will help achieve peace, and that is the greatest honor I could give to you, one of my sensei's children," he says as he teleports to the fox. He looks at it, putting it under genjutsu, which is basically an illusion by the Sharingan to control the fox. Minato arrives, placing Menma next to the other 2 children, before leaving, using teleportation to confront the masked man who had just unleashed the fox on the village. The ninetails start raging through the village, destroying everything and anything in sight. Unknown to the others, the masked man had put the ninetails under genjutsu. The fox fires a bijudama at the village as Minato grabs the bijudama and teleports it out. As then Minato appears next to the kids. "I'm sorry, Naruto, but you are the least likely to be the child of prophecy, as you do not have the Uzumaki genes, so you are going to have to be the Ninetails Jinchuriki. I'm sorry if we forget about you, or if you live the life of a Ninetails, but your life is inconvenient compared to Menma or Mito, who are the child of prophecy," says Minato, as he teleports with Naruto to the ceiling shrine, and was about to use the Death Reaper seal, but then Hiruzen knocks him out and then claps his hand as the Death Reaper appears. "I'm sorry, my boy. It seems like Minato has chosen you to hold the beast," Hiruzen says, as he looks over at Minato. "I'm sorry, Minato, but you have a family, and you must live. You have just started this happy life of yours, this chapter, and I cannot let it end now," Hiruzen says, as his chakra starts to flare up. He then orders the Shinigami-sama, "Can this boy hold the ninetails?" Hiruzen says, as the Shinigami looks at the child. He was not only the child of prophecy of the Kami Yami and his child of prophecy, but he was also the child of prophecy of the biblical gods, as he sensed something really powerful inside of Naruto, something just as powerful as the fox, if not more powerful. The boy, if he were to get the ninetails, would automatically be on the level of the top 10 most strongest beings. As a kid, he can hold a child. Yes, he is very special, the Shinigami says. "Very well then, do it. Seal the beast inside of Naruto," Hiruzen says, as the Shinigami puts Kurama inside of Naruto and then rips out Hiruzen's soul as Hiruzen fell. Minato conveniently wakes up to see Hiruzen dead. He then sees Hiruzen's dead body. "Why, old man, you were like a father to me, and Kushi," he says as he looks at Naruto. He then sighs as he picks him up. "Your life is not going to be a good one. I can tell. The villagers aren't going to be merciful to you," Minato says with a sad look. He then meets up with Kushina and explains everything that happened as she gives a sad sigh. "We must train Menma and Mito. Naruto can't be the child of prophecy. His chakra is just as corrupt as mine was when I was a Jinchuriki," says Kushina as Minato nods. "Oi, Gaki! Where is Sensei?" Minato hears a voice behind him as he turns around to see his sensei Jiraiya and Kushina's sensei Tsunade as he looks down in shame. "Sensei, the old man's dead. He died sealing the beast inside of Naruto," said Minato as Tsunade started to cry. "I knew it. The Hokage position is nothing but a curse. You have to stop being Hokage or you break Kushina's heart by dying," Tsunade says. "I told you already, Tsunade-sama. Me and Kushina already know of the risk that comes with being a Hokage, and we're okay with it. I'm willing to sacrifice my life just like I was now, but Hiruzen done it for me," said Minato, as Tsunade glared. You best not try anything like that again, because if Kushina gets sad, I will revive you and destroy you, Tsunade says. You stubborn Gaki. I'm just trying to help you and your children have a good future. You have a duty to them now, Tsunade yelled. I know. I already showed my duty to the village though. My youngest is the new Jinchuriki, said Minato as Jiraiya and Tsunade's eyes widened before they looked at each other sighing. I would reprimand you, but that just makes our life choices easier. Minato, there's a reason we came here, said Tsunade. Minato narrowed his eyes. Why, Sensei, what has happened? Have either decided they want revenge? Because even if Konohagakure is weakened right now, we could destroy them with ease. I once took out the whole army by myself, Minato says. No, Gaki, it's the child of prophecy legend. We need to train whoever it is ASAP, as soon as possible. The toad prophesies that the one who will save the world will be saving it at the age of 17, said Jiraiya. Do you know who it is? Asked Minato, as Jiraiya shook his head. No, but we know who it can't be. Naruto. He has the Kyuubi and is corrupted, just like Kushina was, Tsunade says, as Jiraiya nodded. So then we'll focus on menma mito, says Minato as Kushina nodded. 4 years later, Naruto had decided to go out after his mom had slapped him on the face for asking to train him as well. She had told him that the child of prophecy is more important than some weak child. Naruto cried as he walked out. Ha 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 ha, you disgrace. Did you really think that you can train with us? We are the child of prophecies, Menma says as he pushed him to the ground, as Kushina says, Menma, stop playing around, not knowing that it was actually on purpose. You're disgusting, Naruto. How could someone so weak like you be part of our family? You just fell down just from a little tiny tap. Why can't you leave our perfect family alone and just leave already, Mito says. Naruto was hurt as he never even saw Kushina or Minato reprimand her. As then he looked up at Kushina and Minato, who then just looked at them. Don't be a baby, Naruto. You might be the youngest, but if that's all it takes to hurt you, then you shouldn't be a ninja, Kushina says. Your son is so weak, Minato. He ran away because of a joke and tries to make our angels look bad, said Jiraiya with disdain and disgust, as he only cared about the prophecy, as that would help him land lots of women in the future, as he could use that as a way to get girls. You spoiled the boy a bit too much. You should hit him a bit. I can't believe he lies about the villagers beating him up. I mean, come on. He might be a Jinchuriki, but like we will believe that Konohagakure is the best village, said Tsunade. With Naruto had stopped running as he looked around to see the villagers looking at him. It's him, the monster. How dare he walks around like nothing has happened after all he's done. Damn beast. Get out of here, they yelled. Suddenly they started throwing stones and tomatoes at Naruto. Naruto ran. When he looked back he saw a mob of villagers and ninjas chasing after him, as the ninjas had kunai while the mob of villagers had pitchforks and torches. Naruto got scared, and because he was scared he made the wrong turn and was at a dead end. Ha 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 ha. It seems even the gods want you dead. Demon, said the villager. I'm not a demon, and I'm not a disgrace, Naruto screamed. Did you dare take your tone with us? A ninja yelled. It's time we finish what Lord Third started. Today, I shall kill the Kyuubi, said one of the ninjas, as he started to stab and beat Naruto as the others joined in. Some used torture genjutsu on him. A few hours later, with a lot of Naruto screams of pain and horror, Naruto had finally stopped screaming out of pain and horror as his broken body lay there as the mob exited the alley. Red chakra then seeped out of Naruto as it healed him. Naruto lifted himself up as he made himself home. When he arrived at home, he realized it was bedtime and that Menma and Mito were most likely to be sleeping. He then saw Kushina and Minato looking at him with disappointment and disgust. Naruto, why are you so late? Do you know how worried we were? Menma and Mito are sleeping. What if you woke them up? Don't you know that they need their beauty sleep so that they can be trained properly to save the world? Minato yells. The villagers, they beat me, Naruto quietly said with fear. Oh, not that shit again. Don't try to lie for attention, Naruto. I was a Jinchuriki too, said Kushina. Boy, lying is bad, Tsunade says, reprimanding Naruto. But I'm not. Look at my shirt, said Naruto. Don't lie to us, Gaki, Jiraiya said, as he smiled mentally. He paid the villagers to beat him up just to keep him out of the house for a bit, so that they could trade the child of prophecies. I'm not, Naruto said, but was slapped by Kushina. Enough, you brat, go to your room, no food for you. I'm tired of your lies, Kushina said. As that was what happened for 9 years. 9 years later, Naruto's life hasn't gotten much better. He now was openly hit by Menma and Mito in front of Minato and Kushina, who tries to soften the trauma he got by saying it was just training, and that if he couldn't take such little weak hits, then how was he meant to become a ninja? Naruto is now at the academy. He was a dead last. His chakra control was horrible because he never had training. He had just failed the Genin exam. He had walked out and heard laughter. Oh look, it's the demon loser. He failed, shouted Kiba as everybody laughed. Look, it's the demon backer. He failed, Sakura yelled as Ino started laughing. As if that backer would do anything. That demon disgusts me. Menmakun's way better, Hinata says. As everybody, and I meant everybody, the whole class was just laughing at him. Minato and Kushina looked disappointed, while Jiraiya and Tsunade glared at Naruto for ruining the reputation of Minato and Kushina. Naruto walked away, but he quickly hid himself when he heard Minato and Kushina walking through. Minato, I think you should just marry that brat to a Daimo's daughter, so that he isn't in the way. He's too weak, and he's making Menma and Mito look bad, which is bad for the prophecy, said Tsunade, as Naruto's eyes widened. They wasn't gonna really actually send him away. I agree. Even with the fox, he shouldn't mess up such basic jutsus, said Jiraiya, as he had purposely paid Iruka to not allow the Shadow Clone to be used by Naruto so that he failed, since the Jinchuriki can't do low level cloning jutsu. Naruto's heart had stopped as he heard the fox. Was he the ninetails? Naruto thought. I agree. Naruto would die if we don't put him away. We don't have time to waste on him either, said Kushina. Mom, why? Naruto felt betrayed. Anger filled his head. Yeah, get a disgrace out, Menma says. It'll be better for him this way. Otherwise, his only other path will be death, Mito said calmly. You're right. Naruto might disagree with us, but he's not cut out for the ninja life. He's too weak. I'll ask Fugaku to look into some nobles for him to marry, says Minato as Dry smirked. His plan to get rid of the pest was nearly complete. Sorry, Fox Bat, but we need to focus on the Child of Prophecies, not you, Jiraiya thought. Naruto rushed off. As soon as he stopped, he heard his name, only to see Mizuki-sensei behind him, the only person who had helped him and tried to convince Uruka to pass him, but Uruka said no. Naruto, I'm sorry that your family thinks that way, but I got a way you could pass and prove that you're powerful and also gain power. There's the scroll of sealing. It contains all of the Leaf's secret techniques. If you get that from me, and if you learn the jutsus from it, you'll be able to pass and become stronger than those bats you call siblings, says Mizuki as Naruto's eyes widened. I accept, Mizuki-sensei, he said with happiness. Unknown to him, that was a lie. It was now night. Minato had just left the office. Naruto ran into the office and grabbed the scroll, unknowingly tripping the alarm seals as Naruto ran off. Minato instantly arrived at his office to see the scroll gone. Minato then sensed whose chakra it was, and his eyes widened. Ambu, alert the ninjas. Tell them to bring my son and the scroll he had taken alive, he said, as the manhunt for Naruto was just initiated. Kushina, Tsunade and Jiraiya arrived. Minato-kun, what's going on? Kushina asked. Naruto stole the scroll of sealing. I think there's some sort of act of rebellion, he said. That brat, first he fails and now he does this? Tsunade says, breaking a wall. Minato, you have to see, he's becoming like Orochimaru. We need to put a plan to get rid of him fast and focus on the twins, Jiraiya said, smirking. How could Naruto do this? Does he not know that Menma and Mito need training? Why does he act so spoiled? Kushina asked, so angry as a chain started to whip around, breaking stuff in Minato's office. We now go to Naruto. Naruto was currently running when he saw Mizuki appear behind him with Sasuke and Menma next to him. Hello, demon, Mizuki says. I knew there was a reason why that our parents never trained you, you demonic disgrace, Kyubi no Yoko. Mizuki-sensei told us everything. Now hand over the scroll to Mizuki-sensei and let us kill you so we could be heroes, said Menma, as his best friend nodded and agreed. By killing you, I'll unlock my Sharingan from having the trauma, Mizuki-sensei told me, and then I could get revenge on Itachi, said Sasuke. Mizuki-sensei, I thought this was a test and you were gonna pass me, Naruto says. Stupid demon, why would I ever help you? Mizuki says as a shuriken was thrown at Naruto. Naruto closed his eyes. He got mad. Menma and Sasuke called him a demon for no reason. He remembered his family hitting him for no reason, just for asking for training. He remembered the villagers beating him up for being a demon when he wasn't. He remembered the beatings his parents gave him for telling the truth, which they didn't believe about the villagers. He remembered failing and his parents wanting to get rid of him. His anger spiked up as a green aura exploded from him as his hand shifted to a red dragon arm. Boosted gear, it said. Boost, Naruto heard, as he rushed at Sasuke, punching him straight in the face. Sasuke was slammed against a tree as he was knocked out. Mizuki took out his kunai and was about to throw it at Naruto. Boost, Naruto heard, as he dodged the kunai and dashed at Menma, who made a Rasengan, slamming it towards Naruto, who was coated his kunai in magic and made it explode. Another kunai was about to hit Naruto, but then Naruto dodged it as he aimed for Menma's head with his kunai, going to cut it off, but then a kunai appeared, deflecting Naruto's kunai, as in front of him appeared Minato namikaze, as that kunai that Minato threw had just ripped out one of Naruto's eyes. Minato then grabbed onto Menma and then teleported away. Naruto, what the hell do you think you're doing? Kushina yelled, mad that he tried to kill her precious child of prophecy. What I'm doing? What I'm doing is just playing like how those bastards of yours played with me, Naruto spat out. Naruto, calm the hell down now, dryas shouted, not liking the way this guy was addressing his precious child of prophecy and his ticket to her harem. Snardy was pissed off as she rushed at Naruto, punching him in the face, sending him flying back, as then Naruto had boost and Naruto recovered. Don't ever speak to Kushina in that tone, you spoiled little brat. You dare betray the village, yelled Snardy. It was Mizuki sensei. He said it was a test, Naruto yelled at them with rage. What are you talking about? I gave no such information to Naruto, Hokage-sama, Mizuki said. Are you lying to me now? Your own father? Minato yelled at Naruto as he looked at Mizuki. Don't worry, Chunin Mizuki, my spoilt son won't drag your loyal name down to the ground, Minato said as Mizuki smiled. Thank you, Lord Hokage. Naruto's eyes widened as he got angrier than he ever felt before, as red aura covered his green aura. As now a dragon with fox tails was seen. Naruto was now in the sewer. As he took his step, he saw a pair of eyes and another pair of eyes. Come to us, partner, the first one said with a kind but scary tone. Get the hell over here, brat, yelled the second one, which was really scary. Naruto stood there frozen for a bit until he decided that there was nowhere else to go. When he arrived near to the two pair of eyes, he saw two of the most scary beings he's seen in his life. He saw a giant red dragon and the nine-tails fox, the Kyuubi no Yoko. Where am I? Naruto asked with fear, as the dragon explained to him where he was, which was basically his mind. Why are you in my mind? Asked Naruto. Your damn father put me in here, yelled the fox. I am here, partner, because you are my next host, ddraig said as he explained the sacred gear and all about the boosted gear. Naruto went and stood near the dragon as he thought the dragon would protect him from the fox. Wait, what's happening? I was in a fight, Naruto asked. We have called you here, don't worry. Once you're back in the fight, only a few milliseconds would have passed, said ddraig. Anyways, I've seen your life, partner, and wish to help you. You will need to leave the village soon, before they marry you off, or worse, kill you for being a traitor. I can unlock your true power for 10 minutes, but you'll have to sacrifice something that will allow you to easily beat your father and the sensei, as well as your mother, as well as those traitors Menma, Sasuke and Mizuki. However, in return, he will leave the elemental nations and help secure peace, just like God wanted in the chakraless land, more likely Japan, aka Kuo Academy, ddraig said. However, in return, you will go out of the elemental nation and into the chakraless land, more specifically Japan and the city Kuo, said ddraig. Wait, you can unlock my strength? Naruto asked. And will it be enough to defeat Mom and Dad? Wait a minute, you want me to leave the elemental nations? That's impossible. I will die, Naruto said. ddraig sighed. That won't happen. It was only a failsafe made by the sage to protect the chakraless people, but Since you have me, you have magic which will allow you to access the Chocolate land, said ddraig. Okay, I'll do it, Naruto said, agreeing he wanted to leave. Wait a minute, Kit. I'm sorry for what happened to you because of me. I'm going to offer you some advice. Steal that Uchiha kid's eyes, since the namikaze broke yours. The Sharingan will be useful for you, especially if you want to go into the supernatural world, Kurama said. Naruto nodded. He saw everything around him shift as his eyes opened up. He was back in a fight. He saw Minato getting ready to attack. Naruto sacrificed his arm. Welsh Dragon Overbooster, Naruto heard, as he was covered in red dragon armor, and a tail worth of chakra also appeared behind him. What is this power, Kushina thought. Is this Naruto for Minato? A new bloodline? Maybe. It could be him, Snuddy thought. Could Naruto be the child of prophecy? No, it couldn't be. And if it's a bloodline, then menma mito should have it, Jiraiya thought. Naruto then dashes at Minato as he punches Minato in the face, sending him flying into a tree, knocking him out as he blocked one of Tsunade's punches, shocking everyone. Did Sochi just block Sensei's punch? Kushina thought as he kicked Tsunade, smashing her into the ground, breaking her back and knocking her out. Impossible, he beat Sensei, Kushina thought. How dare you! My Tsunade, yelled Jiraiya as he creates a Rasengan and tries to smash it at Naruto. But then Naruto aims his arm at the Rasengan. Dragon shot, Naruto yelled as a red beam fired at Jiraiya, who narrowly avoids it, and a big boom was heard as the Minato's face on the Hokage monument was blown up. Naruto then rushes at Jiraiya, who was frozen from fear of the mere destruction Naruto created. Naruto then punches Jiraiya in the back, sending him flying onto the ground as he was knocked out. Impossible, Kushina said with fear. Menma and Sasuke, who were frozen, watched as Naruto appeared in front of Mizuki, and by extension them, and stabbed Mizuki's heart out. Naruto then kicked Menma, sending him flying away. Menma, no! Kushina yelled as she rushed towards him, as the Naruto appeared right in front of Sasuke. I'll be taking those eyes, Naruto says, as he rips the Sharingan out of Sasuke. That's right, Sasuke's eyes from pure fear had turned red and awoken the first Tomoe. Naruto now had in his hands a pair of functioning Sharingan eyes as he ripped them out. Naruto then knocks him out, as then he jumps up and flies away as the Anbu tried to catch up to him, but he leaves them in the dust. He then flies as ddraig directs him to Kuro City. But that's all, peace, peace, peace.